Hello, looking live inside of Hunter Wright Stadium. If you're expecting the Tennessee Wesleyan Johnson University baseball game, we are currently in a lightning delay as the Bryan and Montreat game just wrapped up. I do not have an approximate start time. Neither team has even had an opportunity to get ready. They haven't even got loose yet. The lightning delay causes a 30-minute delay regardless. Players are not allowed on the field for 30 minutes. The stream will not start, so as soon as this ball game gets going, I'll have everything here for you. Gary Justice with the Southeast Sports Network. I wanted to hop on and let you know. Again, we're in a lightning delay. We're probably going to be an hour, if my guess, around 8:05 before we even start this one. Again, the stream will be running, and hopefully we'll have baseball for you around 8 o'clock. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Southeast Sports Network. Welcome. We're looking inside of Hunter Wright Stadium for the final contest of the night. It'll be the Johnson Royals and the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs after a lightning delay. Gary Justice with Southeast Sports Network. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Getting started a little quicker than we thought we would. But that's a good thing. Blake Payton be on the bump today for the Bulldogs. Check that, yep. For the Bulldogs. Luke Wilson lead things off. First pitch. Fastball, strike one. Newman in left, Catalano in center, Reynolds in right, Shelley at third, Dixon at short, Espinoza at second, Shaw's at first, Stewart behind the bump. Blake Payton on. Stewart behind the dish, Payton on the bump. Break the ball, strike two. Newcomer, the freshman of the year, Luke Wilson. Swung on and missed. That'll be the first out of the inning for Blake Payton. I'll bring him Nolan Cousy. He's the shortstop. Travis Hoban Siefkin. It's on deck. First pitch. Caught the outside part of the plate. No balls and a strike. Payton pounding the zone here early. Unable to check his swing. I count one ball, one strike. Check that, no balls and two strikes. That pitch misses outside. The scoreboard got me once again. Two-one. Swung on. Missed. That'll be the second strikeout. Again, the scoreboard got me once again. That was one ball, two strikes. The second straight punch out for Blake Payton. I bring up the DH, Travis Hoban Siefkin. If Hoban Siefkin's able to reach, then Braden Frank will hit. Swung on and missed. Payton with a big breaking ball here early. Break the ball inside corner. Payton continues to pound the zone. Pitch misses in the dirt. One-two delivery upcoming. Strike three. Blake Payton will strike out the side in the top half of the first, and they'll retire the Johnson University Royals. We'll go to the bottom half of the first. Big Catalano, Shelley, Stewart. Watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network.
your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, as we go to the bottom half of the first inning. Chris Catalino will lead things off for the Bulldogs. Defensively for the Royals, Shonton left, Wilson's in center. Almeida's in right. Swung on, hit to the shortstop. He'll field, throw in time to retire Catalino 6-3. Taylor's at third, Cusey's at short, Frank's at second, Leifer's at first. Zuniga was in behind the plate, and look, Townsend is on the bump. This will be Josh Shelley. First pitch, strike one. Both hurlers coming out, pounding the zone. Breaking ball. Swung on and miss as Townsend takes something off that one. One, two. Swung on, tap foul. We'll do 1-2 all over again. Swung on and miss. That'll be the first punch out for Townsend this evening. I'll bring it the Player of the Year in the Appalachian Athletic Conference, Daniel Stewart. Got on his hands off the bat, strike one. Outside corner, no balls and two strikes. At least I have it as 0-2. Off the plate. Off-speed pitch, just misses. Outside corner upfield, count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two. Swung on, hit down the left field, right field line. Giving chase, now will fall harmlessly. Foul territory. We'll do 3-2 all over again. Ball 4 will be the first base runner for either team. Time is called as we'll get a courtesy runner for Daniel Stewart. Ring of Colton Reynolds had 2 home runs last night. Jonathan Bosk will run for Stewart. First pitch misses the zone. Nothing happening there. One 0. Breaking ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Townsend trying to establish the breaking ball early. Drop for the lower part of the zone and miss. He's got 3 balls, no strikes. If Reynolds is able to reach Corbin, Shaw will hit. Top the inside corner. Runs kind of 3 balls and a strike. You see Wesleyan scored 14 last night in the game against Bryan. Swung on, hit to the second baseman. He'll field, throw. In time to retire. Colton Reynolds on the 4-3. Now retire the Bulldogs the bottom half of the first. Go to the top half of the second. It'll be 4, 5, 6. It'll be Frank, Leifer, and Schoen. College Baseball, Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. As you're looking live inside of Hunter Wright Stadium as we go to the top half of the second. And Blake Payton will toe the rubber for the second time today. 11 pitches in that first inning. 9 with strikes. He had 3 punch-outs. We're going to bring up Braden Frank, the second baseman, to lead things off. Frank, Leifer, and Schoen. Peyton Schoen a 3-pitch mix in that first inning. Continuing the pound of the zone, strike 1. Oh, 1. No balls and 2 strikes. Peyton's got 3. Looking for 4. He does get the forced punch out. That'll bring up the first baseman, Cade Leifer. Peyton's brought his A game tonight. Pitch missed high and out of the zone. So 1 gone, missed. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Leifer and then Bryson Schoen. Swung on, fouled off. Beautiful night for baseball. Postseason style. 1-2. Swung on and missed. That'll be the 5th punch out for Blake Payton. 5 up, 5 down. I'll bring up the left fielder, Bryson Schoen. Schoen's able to reach. It'll be Alfonso Zuniga. First pitch caught the zone. Payton continues to pound. No one. Breaking ball, swung on, fouled off. Of the 5 strikeouts so far for Payton, only one's been looking. 0-2. Swung on, fouled off. We'll do 0-2 all over again. Swung on and missed. That's 6 straight strikeouts for Blake Payton. 6 up, 6 down. We go to the bottom half of the second. It'll be 5, 6, 7. Shaw, Stevens, Espinoza. You're watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Gary Justice, Southeast Sports Network, bringing you tonight's action. Johnson, University Royals, and the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. Caleb Townsend will toe the rubber for the second time today. In 1 inning pitch so far, walked 1, struck out 1. Got 2 ground outs through 18 pitches, 10 total strikes. They'll face Shaw, Stevens, and Espinoza. Two conflicting offenses between the Bulldogs and Johnson Royals. First pitch, low and in. Johnson leads the league in stolen bases. Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs lead the league. See a little equipment repair. Bulldogs lead the league in home runs and 10 offensive categories, and the Johnson Royals lead. They fast break offense. They'll lead it in stolen bases. Zuniga gets the equipment. His teammates give him a little razzing. 1-0. Low and out. Trying for the lower part of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Swung on, fouled off. Two one upcoming. Swung on, hit to the shortstop. He'll field, throw in time. Get a Shaw 6-3. Bring up Jack Stevens. Townsend got Shaw on the breaking ball, rolled his hands over, got the ground ball. Stevens and then be Espinoza. Swung on, hit fouled on third baseline. Swung on, hit the shortstop field. Throw across the diamond. In time. Back-to-back 6-3 putouts for Kusi at shortstop. Bring up Espinoza, the second baseman. Brian Espinoza, if he's able to reach, then Devin Dixon will hit. Got to the outside corner, strike one. Quickly, no balls and one strike. Townsend's pounding the zone. Swung on, hit up the middle. The throw will be in time, yes sir. Nice pick at first base by Leifer. Outstanding play. That will retire the Bulldogs in their half of the second. Go to the top half of the third. It'd be 7, 8, 9, Zuniga, Taylor, Ometa. You're watching college baseball in the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, as we go to the top half of the third inning, and Blake Payton will toe the rubber once again. Payton will toe the rubber for the third time. He's 2 innings pitched so far, 6 strikeouts, thrown 22 pitches, 19 strikes so far for the left-hander. Alfonso Zuniga will be the first hitter. Swung on, hit up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Zuniga as he'll round first base and he'll stay right there. It'll be the first hit of the ball game. Check that, the second hit of the ball game for the Royals. And we'll have a courtesy runner for the catcher. Check that. That is the first hit. Payton had retired 6 straight. Bring up Braden Taylor, the third baseman. Shows bunt. One-0. He got him picked. They'll tag him out. One, 3, 6. Put out. And wipes the base runner off the bag. Payton to go back to work. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch misses inside. I'll be joined on the broadcast in the bottom half of third by Jeff Campbell coming over from Brickyard Park Fresh off of 4 softball games today, AAC softball tournament. Swung on, missed. We're just got 2 balls and strikes. Braden Taylor, then Eddie Almeida. Swung on and missed, and that will even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Peyton's already got 6 strikeouts through 2 1/3. Swung on and miss. That's number 7. And Blake Peyton is absolutely just dealing right now. Bring up the right fielder, Eddie Almeida. If he's able to reach Luke Wilson, the freshman of the year in the conference, will hit. Pitch misses inside. Good look at Eddie Almeida. Eddie Almeida, the right fielder. 1-0. Swung on, fouled off, held on to by Daniel Stewart. Right to count to a ball and a strike. 1-1. Shows bunt, puts it down. Already got the 1 ball and 2 strikes, so Peyton has 7 punch outs through the first 8 outs. So he does 1-2. Breaking ball, hit him. That'll be the second base runner in of the inning. I think he's going to be okay. Just clipped him on the jersey. I'll bring up Luke Wilson. He struck out to lead off the game. Swung on, tapped. And they'll get to Luke Wilson on the 4-3 put out. Now retire the Royals in their half of the 3rd inning. As we go to the bottom half of the 3rd, it'll be 8-9-1. It'll be Dixon, Newman, and Catalino. You're watching college baseball in the Southeast Sports Network.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. As you're looking live inside of Hunter Rod Stadium, Gary Justice, Jeff Campbell bringing the action here on the Southeast Sports Network. Caleb,
appreciate the invite, Gary.
Hey, this is a good one. This is a good one to be making your debut. This will be Devin Dixon, Cruz Newman, and Chris Catalino facing Caleb Townsend. Swung on, hit past the third baseman. That'll be a base hit for Devin Dixon.
Leadoff single for Dixon, hammered hard in the 5-6 hole. 1 on, nobody out.
Newman, the player, he was the most valuable player of the 2024 Appalachian Athletic Conference tournament. The first base hit for the Bulldogs.
Beautiful facility here at Hunter Wright Stadium. My first trip here, highly impressed.
They'll pass the second baseman. The throw will come in. Will not be in time. First and third, and nobody out.
That's a perfect scenario to score a run.
Back-to-back base hits. And now, Jeff, the lineups will flip over. This will be the second time through the lineup for Townsend. As Catalino, he bounced out 6-3 his first time.
Be a huge advantage here if you could force another double play.
Outside corner, strike one. This Bulldogs offense led the conference in 10 offensive categories this year.
I would say that's highly efficient.
Swung on, hit past the third baseman. Now we'd run to the lead to the first run of the ball game. As Newman will advance from first to second, that's 3 consecutive base hits.
I can see why they were at the top of the league in offensive production. 3 back-to-back singles, plates a run.
And this will bring up the third baseman, Josh Shelley. He struck out swinging his first time.
Shelley a chance here to put another run across first and second, nobody out. First pitch misses low and away.
One-0. He'll get past Zuniga at the plate. Allow the runners to advance. You'll see Cruz Newman, who just cruised into third base after the wild pitch.
Yeah, just 90 feet away. Nobody out.
Already got one on the scoreboard here, Jeff, in the bottom of third and threatening for more.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity.
Caught the outside part of the plate, 2 balls and a strike as Townsend now. They will concede the run. The ball hit the shortstop and second baseman. It'll be over the second baseman's head. It'll be a base hit. Another run will score. Make that 2 runs will score. And the Bulldogs are clicking offensively right now, Jeff. 4 consecutive base hits leads to 3 runs for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs.
They sure are. Tennessee Wesleyan got the bats heated up, just peppering it all over the field. 4 hits, 3 runs, and now a mound visit.
Let's go to the mound there. Oh. As you'll see, a conference mound. Of course, things doesn't get easier. You have 4 consecutive base hits, leads to 3 runs. The next batter who's going to be hitting is going to be the player of the year in the Appalachian Athletic Conference, and Daniel Stewart.
Yeah, Stewart, a fine player on the season. Big numbers to go along with that. No outs.
Yeah.
In the bottom of the third, already 4 hits.
Yeah, Townsend cruised through the first 2, and got into this third inning. Devin Dixon led off that single to left field, and it was Newman and Catalino and then Shelley. That's a good look at the Appalachian Athletic Conference Player of the Year on the screen. One of the better players in the entire country. You can tell Jeff Townsend is still trying to work that lower part of the zone, trying to get that ground ball, try to get the 1 pitch, 2 outs.
Yeah, keeping it low in the zone, too, is a big advantage. You get it in the wheelhouse. We've seen what happens. 6-4-3 double play, just like Gary Justice predicted.
It's always good as the pitching coach when you go out and talk to the hurler and the next pitch they throw is 6-4-3 double play. I'm sure Townsend's like, Coach, why do you come out a little bit earlier than that?
That's when the pitching coach goes and asks for a contract extension. Bump in pay.
Bring up Colton Reynolds. He had 2 home runs last night. Newcomer of the year in the conference. Townsend tried the inside part of the plate and missed. Reynolds hit with 2 outs. If he's able to get down, Corbin Shaw will hit. Swung on and missed a little change piece on that one. Caught him on the front foot.
Yeah, Reynolds took a cut at it, but had his timing off thanks to a good changeup. Such an advantage of that changeup. Disrupts the timing of these hitters.
And it does that, right? It makes your fastball look a little bit faster
right.
after that change.
One, two, the count. Misses away, evens it up at 2-2.
Got Deuces Wild here in the bottom half of the third. Townsend's got 1 punch out so far.
Thought he had another, just missed off the outside portion of the plate.
You can see on the screen here, Reynolds will choke up with 2 strikes.
2 strikes approaching the box, looking to just put it in play. And Colton Reynolds will draw a 2-out walk.
Be the second issue by Townsend this evening.
Bring Corbin Shaw to the plate. Oh for 1 today.
Yeah, he bounced out 6-3 back in the second. The catcher for Johnson, Alfonso Zuniga, does such a good job of getting low in that zone and works up to frame the pitches.
Ball smoked into right center field. It's going to get to the wall.
That will lead to another run for Tennessee Wesleyan, as it could be a triple for Corbin Shaw as well. And it is a triple.
Corbin Shaw absolutely laced that one to right center field. Barreled that one up. Triple and the RBI for the Bulldogs.
Such a good job. Going back to Colton Reynolds with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Had the 2-strike approach, extended the out back, drew the walk, led to the Corbin Shaw triple. This Bulldogs offense, Jeff, does not let up at any time.
They certainly have their foot on the gas right now. Another hit. Jack Stevens, a designated hitter, singles back up the middle to score Reynolds. Another run across the board here in the bottom of the third. 5-0 is your score.
This will be the 9th hitter to the bat in the inning. You would thought after the 6-4-3, you may have an opportunity to breathe.
Yeah, you're right, though. These Bulldog hitters relentless at the plate in their approach.
Well, after the 6-4-3 is a walk, a triple, and a single.
One ball, no strikes to Espinoza. Swung on and missed. Evens the count at 1s.
He bounced out 4-3 his first time. Espinoza is able to reach. Devin Dixon will hit. Dixon led off the inning. Going to check the baseball, make sure everything is good to go.
It's one way to score some runs when you bat around. It usually leads to a little bit of run production, says Captain Obvious. But
fastball high and in. Running kind of 2 balls and a strike. Townsend's been utilizing his breaking ball and changeup effectively so far today.
What a catch out in center field. Fantastic sliding grab to bring this inning to a close.
However, some damage is done there as they put 5 on the scoreboard as we go to the top half of the 4th. It'll be 2-3-4 Kusi, Hope, and Siefkin, and Braden Frank here watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, as Blake Payton will toe the rubber for the 4th time today. 3 innings pitch. He's allowed 1 hit, struck out 7. 1 ground ball, 33 total pitches so far, and 26 strikes for the left-hander.
Very efficient outing thus far for.
He'll face 2, 3, 4. Nolan Cousy, Travis Hoban, Siefkin, and Braden Frank. Cousy struck out swinging his first time. Breaking ball, strike 1. Payton continues to pound the zone.
That was a pretty curved ball to start off the at-bat with Cousy.
Yeah, Payton's next level tonight. He struck out the first 6 he faced and got 1 in the 3rd. His defense may be getting a little bored behind him.
Right. 3-pitch strikeout. Throw him out at first to retire Cousy for out number 1.
And that'll be strikeout number 8 on the night.
Wow, that's just high-level baseball right there. And when you having that kind of night, and I've never been a pitcher you have, it just seems like everything's working for you.
Well, I never did have a night like Blake Payton right now. It's Travis Siefkin, or the DH, will hit. And that's the key there. Payton is able to attack inside, outside, up and down the zone. He moves that baseball around so well. Of course, having the velocity the left-hander has helps out.
Absolutely. This one swung on, couldn't be fielded by the second baseman. Goes out into right field. A 1-out base runner for Johnson.
Bring up Braden Frank. He struck out to lead off the 2nd inning. It's going to be ruled a base hit.
Yeah, hard hit ball.
Yeah, Payton's already got 1 pickoff on the night. Johnson, as far as a game plan, Jeff, they've led the conference in stolen bases this year by a wide margin, over 150 stolen bases.
Here's another attempt.
I said the slide got around him.
Just a very athletic slide to avoid the tag. I thought the throw was there in time.
Travis Siefkin showing he has some ability to. Yeah, I thought Stewart's throw there plenty of time. The slide must have been on the outside part of the bag. But that's Johnson's offense. It's a fast break offense, and they will run from first to third on the baseballs to left field. They'll steal first. They'll field second. They'll steal third. Put a lot of pressure on you. That's how they generate their runs.
You got to manufacture them. And Johnson on this season been able to do just that.
School record to wins.
Softball team for Johnson. They advance into the championship series with their win today.
Continues to pound the zone, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It'll be Frank and then Cade Leifer. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one will escape Hunter Rod Stadium. Gary Justice, Jeff Campbell, Southeast Sports Network. Our main man, Jeff Hubbard, manning the cameras for tonight.
Excellent work by Mr. Hubbard. I'm telling you, this is next level production.
He's run to count 4 3 balls and 2 strikes. Peyton allowed a couple of hits, and he's hit a batter. He has yet to issue a free pass. The throw in time. It'll be the second out of the inning. Retire Frank 4 3. Now allow Hovasifkin to advance from second to third.
Yeah, 4-3 put out. Nice pickup by Espinoza over at second.
He's going to bring up Kay Leaford, the first baseman. He struck out swinging his first time up.
Two out here in the top of the fourth inning.
Nice athletic play by Daniel Stewart as the baseball got a while out of Peyton's hand. You can see him start wiping his pants. Stewart's able to keep that baseball going to the backstop.
It gives up a run if it does. Nice play.
That'll be the first run of the night for the Johnson Royals, as they're able to capitalize on the single from Travis Hovasifkin. The stolen base comes in big play there for Johnson.
Absolutely. Puts him into scoring position, advances to third on the 4-3 putout. Touches home after another hard single to left field.
You can see the Johnson Royals dug out a little bit of energy now. Peyton goes back to the off-speed pitch. This is Bryson Schoen, the left fielder. He struck out in the second inning.
The last hit by Braden Frank gives him an RBI on the day. Nice piece of hitting.
And Peyton, fastball, curveball change, and he'll throw it any time in the count. He's went curveball, he's went change here. We'll be surprised if you see fastball low and out.
And another strikeout. The impressive outing thus far.
Now retire the side in the top half fourth. Go to the bottom half of the fourth. It will be 8-9-1. It'll be Devin Dixon, Cruz Newman, and Chris Catalino. You're watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. He's looking to the fans in the stands inside of Hunter Rod Stadium as we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. The Bulldogs leading the Royals 5-1.
Caleb Townsend back on the bump. He's pitched 3 innings, given up 6 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. Walked 2, 16 batters faced, allowed that 1 triple, got 1 fly out, 6 grounds out, has thrown 50 total pitches, 31 of them 4 strikes.
It's not a bad outing so far for Townsend. Of course, this offense he's facing with Tennessee Wesleyan, he's going to do this to a lot of folks.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a great start tonight on the bump.
Devin Dixon got things started back in the third inning. He led off the single to left field and led to 5 runs that inning for the Bulldogs.
Dixon playing shortstop tonight. Batting in that 8 spot. One hit, scored a run already.
Townsend showing the ability to throw that breaking ball early in the count to even at 1 ball, 1 strike. You have to be able to throw off speed against Tennessee Wesleyan to get them, try to get them out front foot, roll those hands over, avoid the barrel.
Yeah, that's critical against good hitting teams. And anytime you can, have any kind of disruption out there as a pitcher, it's sort of levels the playing field.
They fouled on third baseline. They'll run the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. They'll even it up. So this will be the second time for Dixon to face Townsend.
This one roped into left field.
Hooking foul. That wouldn't have had the distance, but had a little bit too much hook on it. It's a long strike, and that's one of those situations. Threw the breaking ball, left a little too much of the wide of the plate. Got attacked down and pitch on the black against a very good offensive team, Jeff.
Yeah, it's just a near miss or a near hit, depending on which side you're on. Dixon delivers there, ropes that one into left center field. Leadoff single for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the hit parade continues for them as that's their 7th hit already in this ball game. That's going to bring up Cruz Newman. Had the single to right field his first time.
Newman batting in the 9 hole. Playing left field today for Wesleyan.
All AAC member in the 9 hole.
Yeah, that's so many times, and we've commented on this all week at softball. The number 9 hitter, you want a kid out there that just swings to contact, doesn't strike out, puts the ball in play, and try to turn it back over to the top.
Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on the Bulldog left fielder Cruz Newman. Chris Catalino waits on deck.
(5-1) air score down the bottom of the 4th inning from Hunter Wright Stadium. The AAC baseball tournament.
So the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs rankings released this week, number 3 in the nation. The Johnson University Royals, number 25.
Top 25 matchup here in the conference tournament.
It's the first time ever the Johnson Royals have been ranked. They got as high as 19 this year. Score record 34 wins on the year. Dave Cerrone, Coach of the Year.
Pretty solid year for the Royals.
I'll correct his name. Dave Serrano, Coach of the Year. Swung on, popped up. And the ball would drop, and there'll be an all play. They had a forced play at second.
That was a towering fly ball. And the center fielder for Johnson had a long way to run.
Luke Wilson had to come. He covered a lot of ground, just didn't have enough time to get there. And that ball would drop, and that'll be the 8th hit and the 2nd for Cruz Newman. Bring up Chris Catalino. It'll be his 3rd at bat as the lineup will turn over for the 3rd time. He's bounced out 6-3 and he singled to left.
Heady base running by Devin Dixon. He thought that ball was going to be caught. Did what you're supposed to do, go halfway between 1st and 2nd. Then when he saw the ball hit, had to go on to 2nd and dives in safely to avoid the out. Runners 1st and 2nd. Nobody out.
Shows bunt, and he'll trickle foul. Bunt defense with the runners at 1st and 2nd and nobody out. Probably look for Taylor to stay back at 3rd. Cause Townsend have to cover the 3rd base line as Leifer will probably crash.
That little small ball action, even though that bunt went foul, it sort of gives you a look at how they're going to play a bunt attempt. Catalano squares again. Fouled off again.
Yeah, he's a little upset himself. He's had 2 shots at it, unable to get either one of those down. So with 2 strikes, you have to imagine he'll be swinging away. At least Johnson is adjusting their defense. They're expecting him to be swinging away.
Yeah, the bunt there would have moved the runners over, take away the threat of a double play.
So we get the out of third, unable to get the out of first. And that's going to allow Newman to advance from first to second on the ground ball.
So now first and second still holds runners, but 1 out in the inning as Corbin Shaw, the first baseman, comes to the plate.
That's going to be Josh Shelley.
Josh Shelley.
Yeah, the online scorecard will mess you up, I promise you.
I got you. I see. I'm figuring that out.
Shelley struck out and he singled.
Should have just waited for the sultry voice of our PA announcer, Rick Bentley.
He's done such a good job. This is his 2nd year doing this for the Appalachian Athletic Conference and does the PA and also does the official stats. No balls and a strike on Josh Shelley, the third baseman. Hit with runners at first and second, 1 out. 1 gone, hit fouled on the third base line. Townsend doing a nice job, Jeff, of pounding the zone, throwing a lot of strikes.
Yeah, he has, pitching to contact. But, man, these hitters from Tennessee Wesleyan just
hit to the shortstop, to the second. And first, in time, a little 6-4-3 action for the second time tonight. We'll retire the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs in their half of the 4th. And we go to the top half of the 5th. 7, 8, 9, Zuniga, Taylor, and Omeda. You're watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, as we go to the top half of the 5th. Bulldogs leading the Royals 5-1. You're looking at Blake Payton. Throwing the baseball extremely well so far. Allowed 1 run, 3 hits through the first 4. Zuniga will lead things off. He singled back in the 3rd. Pitch misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. A rock and fire. Breaking ball. Did it hit him? He's trying to sell it. He asked the umpire, said, "Do you think it hit me?" And the umpire said, "I don't think it did."
Trying whatever you can to earn a trip to first base.
2-0. Fastball. Was he able to check his swing? Yes, he was. Runs kind of 3 balls and a strike. Fastball outside corner, 3 balls and a strike.
Pretty pitch, great location right there.
Swung on, hit to the shortstop, he'll field. Throw across the diamond, in time. That gets Zuniga 6-3.
1 up, 1 down for Johnson.
Bring up Braden Taylor, the third baseman. Something about baseball, Jeff. You're gonna have a pinch hitter. Ben Thornberry.
Thornberry, the left-hander, steps into the batter's box. First pitch ball, low and away.
You know, the thing in baseball, Jeff, there are 2 things that travel. It's pitching and defense.
That's right. Yeah, that's the thing, you know. And you take a look at over the course of a season, you'll see even, you know, teams that are great at hitting the baseball, they'll go in a little bit of a slump. Players, batting averages will dip a little, but you're right, Gary. That pitching and defense will hold true.
A nice job by Peyton to keep his composure on the comebacker. Corralled the baseball. Set his feet, delivered a strike over to Corbin Shaw at first base. Now bring up the 9-hole hitter, Eddie Almeida. He was hit by a pitch his first time. Continues to pound the zone, Jeff. Just getting ahead of hitters one after another, and he has the out pitches to go with it as well.
Well, Gary, you know, getting ahead in a count is just something that all pitchers want to do. It's a huge relief. Opens up the pitching playbook, so to speak, and can be a little more.
And is number 10 on the night for Blake Payton as he retires the Johnson University Royals in the top half of the 5th. We go to the bottom half. It'll be 3, 4, 5. Daniel Stewart, Reynolds, and Corbin Shaw. You're watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. As you'll see, Caleb Townsend will toe the rubber one more time.
Yeah, back on the bump. Townsend, 4 innings pitched, giving up 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 2 walks. Faced 20 batters. Not giving up a double, but did allow that 1 triple. 67 total pitches, 44 for strikes. So Townsend back out there yet again to face a very potent Bulldog lineup.
So go to the bottom half of the 5th. It'll be Daniel Stewart, Reynolds, and Corbin Shaw. Stewart has walked and bounced into a 6-4-3 double play. Fouls that one off, the AAC Player of the Year. Tennessee Wesleyan made it to the finals of the NAIA World Series last year.
Anytime you see a team advance to, such a prestigious level in postseason play, you just think of all the extra practice, all the extra reps, and, how much that just, not only builds their skill but builds their confidence.
The Appalachian Athletic Conference had 3 teams advance to the opening round national tournament. It was Reinhardt, Tennessee Wesleyan, and Milligan. with Tennessee Wesleyan and Reinhardt making it in College World Series.
That was a shot. Couldn't be handled over at third. One out base runner aboard, or no out base runner aboard for Tennessee Wesleyan.
Yeah, a shot from Daniel Stewart. Was able to barrel up that baseball and turn on it. It'll be the 9th hit of the 9-4 for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. Bosk will come in and run for Stuart Reynolds. Walked and bounced out 4-3.
Tennessee Wesleyan up 4 runs, 5-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Colton Reynolds hitting the newcomer of the year in the entire Appalachian Athletic Conference.
Fouls that one off down the right field line.
Yeah, nice job of Cade Lee for the pursuit of first base.
Can't catch it if you don't run after it.
You know,
Like the effort.
Townsend up with a 5 in that 3rd inning, Jeff, but he worked to clean the 4th. See if we can get 1 pitch, 2 outs here. He's doing a good job of working the lower part of the zone. A lot of ground balls so far.
Yeah, and, working that lower part of the zone, but also, that inside and outside corner. You've seen, foul balls sprayed down the right field line, down the left field line. Throw over to first, not in time. Keeping the runners honest.
The 5, the 4, and the 3.
Just like you called it, Gary. 1 pitch, 2 outs. Textbook double play from the Johnson University Royals.
For the 3rd time tonight, that is the 3rd double play. 2 6-4 threes down to 5-4-3. Dave Serrano's club, again, built around pitching and speed, but also defense. And they'll bring up Corbin Shaw. He's bounced out 6-3, and he had that triple last time. We're talking about that triple, Jeff. For a big man, he was showing some wheels around the bags.
Athletic big man.
Athletic, I like it.
Yeah, he was just, never slowed down. Great hustle and the outcome that he wanted.
Here Townsend got the 5-4-3 double play. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Corbin Shaw. Nice response from the right-hander.
Got him for the strikeout.
They'll retire the side in the 5th for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. We go to the top half of the 6th. It'll be the top part of the lineup for the Royals. It'll be Luke Wilson, Nolan Kusi, Travis Hopen, Seifin. You're watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. As you're looking live inside of Hunter Ride Stadium, we'll go to the top half of the 6th inning. And Blake Payton will toe the rubber for the 6th time.
Yeah, Blake Payton, a fantastic start to this game. 5 innings pitched, giving up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run. Faced 18 batters, 60 total pitches, 46 for strikes, and great start on the mound tonight for Blake Payton.
1, 2, 3. Top part of the lineup for the Royals. Luke Wilson, the freshman of the year, lead things off. 0 for 2 so far. Struck out. He's also bounced out 4-3.
Skipped over the 10 strikeouts that Blake Payton has tonight. And when he got that 10th one to end the last half inning, he flexed all the way to the dugout, pitching with a lot of emotion out on the mound tonight. And I can honestly say if I struck out 10 people, I'd be doing the same.
Nice play out in center field. That was Catalino calling off the shortstop and making a play.
Great communication out there by Catalino. That ball was hit a mile high into the Kingsport night sky, and seemed like it took it forever to hit the ground, and Catalino kept it from doing so. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning.
It's Nolan Kusi. He struck out twice. Shortstop for the Royals. You talk about that baseball hitting so high, Jeff. You get above the lights and you got to come back down through the lights.
Yeah.
It adds a little different level of difficulty.
Kicks it up a notch. Pretty pitch. Peyton painted that outside corner. Called strike.
Kusi, then Travis Hopewith-Siefken will hit after him. Bang, bang, play at first base, and it will be not in time as Peyton's unable to hold on to the baseball. That's a no man's land there between the first baseman and the second baseman who's on the field, and the pitcher's got to get over. Got a lot of moving parts there, and that results in a base hit for the Johnson Royals. And Nolan Kusi will get his first hit of the night. It'll be hit number 3 for the Royals. Now bring up Travis Hopewith-Siefken, the DH. He's struck out looking in the first, and he also singled back in the 4th.
Yeah, that ground ball from Kusi, not exactly, hit very hard, but it was hit in the correct spot to earn him an infield single, his first hit of the night.
As he's trying to step on the bag, and he's going to say everybody's safe.
Yeah, tough play out at short.
Yeah, Dixon had the baseball there, and
Dixon
just came out of his glove.
Dixon wanted to step on the base and go to first, try to turn the double play, drop the ball, then tried to apply the tag.
This is an experienced team here, Jeff. He coming together, had a couple of defensive miscues.
Yeah, those miscues can sometimes, get your pitcher rattled. Blake Payton, tossing the dandy tonight, but 2 miscues puts 2 runners aboard for Johnson. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning.
Well, the veteran presence and the level they play at let's come together, get everything calm down defensively. They're an experienced team, and they know exactly what to do. But now the Johnson Royals, this is their fast break offense. You get a couple runners on, they start running the bags on base hits. They'll put a lot of pressure on you defensively. And this is going to bring up the second baseman, Braden Frank. Struck out and bounced out 4-3.
Pitch misses low and away. Ball 1.
The breaking ball caught the zone there. 1 ball, 1 strike. The crowd very vocal right now in support of the Johnson Royals.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Look to pitch a little change up. As you'll see, the crowd, they're having a good time here supporting the Johnson University Royals. making a lot of noise.
That's the Royal softball team up there.
That's number 11 on the night for Blake Payton. Got him looking. Braden Frank. That'll be the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Cade Leifer, who struck out, and he's also single left field. Also shows you, Mark, a really good pitcher, Jeff. A couple of defensive miscues. Handle it yourself. Get the punch out if you can.
Just back to business. And definitely nice pitch to get out number 2. And comes back with a first pitch strike to Leifer.
He had number 10 to close out in the 5th inning. He got number 11 here in the 6th.
Leifer tried to check his swing, couldn't hold up. Called strike. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter.
He closed out, and he's got 11. Let's see if he can get 12 here in the 6th. That young man is dealing tonight, folks. 12 strikeouts through 6 innings. And now we'll restrain 2 batters for the Johnson, 2 runners for the Johnson Royals in the top half of the 6th. Go to the bottom half, 6, 7, 8. Jack Stevens, Espinoza, Devin Dixon, and College Baseball, Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, as you're looking live inside of Hunter Wright Stadium. As we go to the bottom half of the 6th, Bulldogs leading the Royals 5-1. And Caleb Townsend will toe the rubber for the 6th time tonight.
Caleb Townsend, 5 innings pitched, has given up 9 hits, 5 runs, all 5 of those earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, faced 23 batters, given up 1 extra base hit in the form of a triple. Has 78 total pitches, 53 of those 4 strikes. And Townsend will have the ball in his hand once again.
Well, you know, Jeff, look on the scoreboard. You take the 5 off, which I know it's easier said than done. If you take the 5 off in the 3rd inning, he's thrown the baseball extremely well. 4 of the 5 innings put zeros on the board.
He has, especially in these last couple of innings, being very efficient out there.
First pitch swung on and missed. Jack Stevens, he's bounced out 6-3, and he also singled to center field back in the 3rd. So inning, he sent 9 batters to plate and scored 5 runs. Back-to-back change of paces, got Stevens on his front foot. See what the out pitch will be after change up after change up. The throw in time, we'll retire Stevens 6-3. Get the leadoff hitter.
Yeah, very important to get that leadoff hitter. Just seems like it takes a lot of pressure off your defense.
Brian Espinoza will be the hitter. He's the second baseman. Bounced out 4-3 and flew out to center field back in the 3rd. Back-to-back 6-3 putouts. Townsend's continuing to pound the zone. Working the lower half, Jeff. You talked about the number of ground ball outs he's already got tonight. He continues. Again, it's an offense like Tennessee Wesleyan, who scored 7 runs last night in the bottom of the 8th against Bryan. You got to keep the ball low.
Yeah, get low, get the ground ball outs, trust your defense behind you. And Johnson doing that here in the last couple of innings, like you said, if not for that 5-run 4th. we'd have ourselves a much closer ball game.
Devin Dixon 2 for 2, 2 singles. Runs the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. If Dixon's able to reach, Cruz Newman will hit here in the home half of the 6th. Just off the plate. Runs it 2 balls and a strike.
Mentioning all the crowd noise out here. Johnson's softball team here in support of the baseball guys. And the baseball guys came over the other night as Johnson defeated number 1 Truett McConnell on Wednesday. And a bunch of the boys in blue out there were very vocal themselves.
3-1. Caught the outside corner. It runs the count to 4, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing on and missed. I'll tell you what, Jeff, we got 2 pitchers who are absolutely dealing the baseball right now as we go to the top half of the 7th. It will be 6, 7, 8, Bryson Schoen, Alfonso Zuniga, and Braden Taylor. You're watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, looking live inside of Hunter Wright Stadium as we go to the top half of the 7th. Bulldogs over Royals 5-1, and Blake Payton will toe the rubber for the 7th time tonight.
Yeah, just a great performance tonight from Blake Payton. 6 innings pitched, only giving up 4 hits, 1 run, 12 big strikeouts, 23 batters faced, no extra base hits. Has thrown 75 total pitches, 57 of those 4 strikes. And what about 12 strikeouts for Blake Payton?
Bryson Schoen will lead things off here. He struck out twice against the left-hander. Pitch missed high and outside to be Schoen, Alfonso Zuniga, and Braden Taylor. Starting to run out of outs here. He got 9 left, 7, 8, 9, down trailing this one 5-1. Got on his hands.
Yeah, Johnson needs some base runners. You mentioned, Gary, how effective they are once they get on base, creating havoc, putting pressure on the defense.
Breaking ball, big time breaking ball from Blake Payton. That's so hard to do. He throws an extremely sharp 12-6 curveball, but he'll throw it right underneath the right-handed batter's hands. Extremely hard to hit.
Yeah, you run it in on the hands. You strike out 13 on the board for Blake Payton. Give him a baker's dozen.
And that is 3 in a row for the left-hander.
But like you mentioned, Gary, you run that ball in on the hands. Hitters can't get those arms extended. If they do, a lot of times it results in a foul ball. And those are just strikes. And Blake Payton has thrown his fair share of those this evening.
Change-up swung on, missed. Alfonso Zuniga, he singled the center back in the 3rd, bounced out 6-3 in the 5th. That curveball once again has so much control there, Jeff, with that breaking ball. It's a big breaker as well.
Yeah, that's pretty. Just drops off the table.
You described it the best. It's pretty. I mean, that's one of those deals. You look at Webster Dictionary. What's a curveball? Number 7 throws it.
They threw it again. 14 strikeouts now for Blake Payton.
And that's 4 in a row for the left-hander, the All-AAC member. It's going to bring up Braden Taylor, the 3rd baseman. Struck out, and he also bounced out 1-3.
I've said all week long in covering the softball tournament that good pitching beats good hitting. And
Daniel Stewart, the catcher for Tennessee Wesleyan, does such a good job of receiving the baseball. He's named the player of the year in the conference for his offensive numbers, but he's an excellent defender as well. Count 2 balls and a strike. Peyton still continuing to battle the zone. If Braden Taylor's able to reach Eddie Almeida with a hit. Swung on, missed, fouled off, I should say. Stewart's able to hang on to it. He struck out 4 in a row, Jeff.
Looking for 5. And he will celebrate if it happens.
We have Deuces Wild here in the top half of the 7th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nice crowd on hand.
Beautiful night for baseball, Gary.
Had a little lightning delay before the start of this one, but everything cleared out. That is number 5 in a row for Blake Payton as he is struck out the side. The last 2 guys looking. Now will close out the Johnson Royals in the 7th. As we go to the bottom half of the 7th. 9-1-2 for the Bulldogs. It'll be Cruz Newman, Chris Catalino, Josh Shelley watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, as you're looking live inside of Hunter Rod Stadium. Go to the bottom half of the 7th inning as the Bulldogs leading the Royals as Caleb Townsend would toe the rubber for a 7th time tonight.
Yeah, Townsend, 6 innings pitched, 9 hits, giving up 5 runs, but none of those runs have been given up since the 4th inning. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 26 batters faced, giving up 1 triple. Has thrown 88 total pitches, 60 of those 4 strikes. And like you say, Gary, aside from that 1 inning, Townsend, especially in the last 3, been very efficient on the mound for Johnson University.
Yeah, you got Cruz Newman leading things off here for them in the 7th. First pitch outside corner, strike 1. Newman singled in the 3rd, and he's also singled in the 4th. Changeup just missed low. Got relievers in both bullpens. Nobody's throwing yet, just in case. 1-1.
Got to keep somebody ready.
Well, both these teams want to advance as far in the winner's bracket. You want to try to stay out of that loser's bracket as long as you can.
That one is smoked over the center fielder's head. 1 hops the wall.
And Cruz Newman will cruise into second base with a leadoff double here in the 2nd inning. Cruz Newman, he drove that baseball to center field. I thought Luke Wilkinson was going to catch the baseball, Jeff, and that baseball just kept on traveling.
Well, he was tracking it, and the way he was going after it, I'm like you, Gary. I thought he was going to haul it in, but a little too much mustard on the hot dog. Couldn't make the catch. 1 hops the wall and a double for Cruz Newman.
Chris Catalano will hit 1 for 3. Got a single back in the 3rd. This will be a situation where Townsend just has to be able to want to try to put more zeros up on the board to give your offense an opportunity to battle only down 4.
You're exactly right, Gary. And, any run that you can push across here just gives you a little more insurance, so to speak.
So that's a 1 ball, 1 strike count on the center fielder for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. You'll see Cruz Newman getting his lead here at second base. Get the bunt down. It will trickle foul.
Gary, how does a play like that, we've seen 2 of those bunts roll foul. How do you think the turf versus the dirt infield baseline would affect a play like that?
I would think as far as like you want to get the old adage is on turf, you always get a truer bounce. He's going to have a offensive timeout here. Coach Billy Berry and talk to his leadoff hitter. You get a truer bounce, and a lot of times you see that spin coming off that bat on the bunt or a batted ball. It's going to be truer off the turf.
And if it's spinning that way near that foul line, it's going to go foul.
It's going to keep on going. It's never going to kick back. Because we're in dirt, you may hit a rock or a hot spot and it may kick back.
Footprint, something.
A footprint, whatever it may be, it's right. But it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Catalino. Josh Shelley will hit after him. Situation here where Catalino will still want to hit this baseball on the right side if he can. Big gap between the first baseman and second baseman. That 4-hole. Big.
Pitch misses low and away.
Yeah, trying to avoid barrels, getting in the hands on fastballs and try to get away with breaking balls. Get that baseball off the end of the bat. Can. Or just get a swing and a miss.
Yeah, big cut by Catalano. Just couldn't catch up to it. He'll go down on strikes.
Bring up Shelley. He struck out, singled, bounced into a 6-4-3 double play.
Runner out there in scoring position at second. Only 1 out. In the bottom of the 7th inning.
In time to get the runner at first base, 4-3. Retired Shelley. However, Cruz Newman will advance to third.
It's going to bring Daniel Stewart to the plate.
He's walked, bounced into a 6-4-3 double play back in the third, and he's singled in the 5th.
Looking for a timely hit right here.
Stewart able to reach, and then Colton Reynolds will hit in the home half of the 7th. Swung on, hit down the right field line. That baseball slicing away from the right fielder. It'll bounce off the wall. And that will be a 2-out double for Daniel Stewart, and he'll drive in a run. That'll be his 2nd hit of the night, and that's a big one, Jeff. It gives a 5-run lead for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs.
That's just a great piece of hitting by Stewart. He caught that pitch out over the outside part of the plate. Instead of trying to pull it, takes it to right field. A well-hit ball deep in that right field corner. RBI double for Daniel Stewart.
Bring up Colton Reynolds. He's walked, bouncing at 5-4-3 double A, and also bounced out 4-3. Back-to-back base hits. And the runner around third base, and he will be able to score safely as Colton Reynolds back-to-back 2-out doubles. Now that lead expands from 4, Jeff, up to 6.
Yeah, just great hitting from Tennessee Wesleyan, just trading places, the batter and the runner at second, and the hit parade continues for the Bulldogs.
Very similar to what happened in the 5th inning when they put those 5 runs on the board. They got 2 straight here in the 7th. You wonder if maybe the pen has been active.
You may see a pitching change here.
We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Bulldogs leading the Royals 7-1. You're watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network.
Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, as we got a pitching change, Jeff.
Yeah, for Caleb Townsend, his night is done. He will be responsible for the runner on second, but he finishes tonight pitching 6 2/3, gave up 12 hits, 7 earned runs, walked 2, had 4 strikeouts, faced 31 total batters, now giving up 3 doubles, 1 triple, through 101 total pitches, 69 of those for strikes. And the new pitcher for the Royals will be number 38, Seth Bauer, the left-hander.
He'll face Corbin Shaw 1 for 3 on the night. First pitch, strike 1. Shaw tripled back in the third, drove in a run. He's also struck out. It'll be Shaw, and then if he's able to reach Jack Stevens, will hit here in the 7th. Pitch high and out of the zone. Two double, 3 doubles in the inning. Newman, Stewart, and Reynolds. All 3 with doubles in the 7th.
Seeing the baseball well. That one in the dirt.
Yeah, Corbin Shaw trying to. Thought the umpire. He told the umpire he thought the baseball hit him. On fleet of foot. He had that triple earlier. I think he, like you said, big man athleticism there.
Yeah, he's dancing out of the way of that one.
Two one upcoming. Swung on, missed.
Shaw took a hack at that one.
When you're up in the count, you can take your best swing,
That's
right?
Be aggressive.
Makes deuces wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom half of the 7th. Bulldogs have added 2 here in the home half, getting this one 7-1. Swung on, fouled off.
Do it again. Just, 1 or 2 lightning delays, Gary. We've had beautiful weather this week here in Kingsport.
Yeah, we had a brief rain shower today during the game number 2. But when I say brief, I'm just talking about a few minutes. Besides that, like you're talking about a couple of lightning delays, been very blessed with some good weather in Kingsport. 2-2. Swung on, fouled off. Do 2-2 all over again. We appreciate you guys spending your Thursday evening with us on the Southeast Sports Network. Gary Justice, Jeff Campbell, Jeff Hubbard bringing you tonight's action. I know you guys heard the voice of Gabriel Schreiber most of the week. He's on assignment for the rest of the week. Jeff and myself and Deshaun will be bringing the rest of the way on the softball and the baseball side.
Yeah, we'll finish up softball tomorrow and 2 games for sure, maybe the 3rd if necessary game.
2-2. Pitch high and out of the zone. Fills up a count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Those will start in the morning at 11 a.m. for all of you that are interested.
Available on the Southeast Sports Network as well.
Exactly right. Unparalleled coverage.
3-2. Swung on, hit to the third baseman. He'll set his feet, throws across the diamond in time to retire Shaw 5-3. And now retire the Bulldogs in the home half of the seventh. However, they'll add 2 runs to their total. Go to the home half, the top of the eighth inning. It'll be 9-1-2. Almeida, Wilson, Kusi. You're watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, as we go live inside of Hunter Rod Stadium. Let's go to the top half of the eighth inning as Blake Payton will toe the rubber for the eighth time tonight with the Bulldogs leading the Royals 7-1.
Yeah, Blake Payton pitching a gem. 7 innings pitched, only allowed 4 hits, 1 run, 15 strikeouts in 26 batters faced. Not allowed an extra base hit. He has faced he's thrown 88 pitches, 67 of those 4 strikes. And Blake Payton having himself a day on the mound out there for Tennessee Wesleyan.
Right fielder Eddie Almeida will lead things off. He's been hit by a pitch and he struck out. Gets a bunt down. He'll fulfill the baseball. The throw will be in time. Retire a speedy Eddie Almeida. 1-3. Blake Payton, Jeff, showing he can field his position tonight as well.
Absolutely. After delivering the pitch, had to hustle off the bump, pick it up, turn his body through another strike to first to record the first out.
I'll turn the lineup over. Luke Wilson will bat. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He struck out, bounced out. He's also flew out to center field his last time. Freshman of the year. Speedy base runner, does a nice job defensively for the Royals as well. Pitch miss high and outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Wilson way ahead in the count.
Wilson and then Kusi will hit here in the 8th. He and Stewart on a little different page there. Look at Daniel caught that baseball a little differently. 3 balls and no strikes here. See if Payton's able to battle back. Caught the inside corner for that one, strike 1. Three to 1. Fastball inside corner, strike 2. Wilson was trying to influence the umpire on that one. That's the beauty on that one. 3 balls and a strike and still attacking the inside zone, Jeff.
Yeah, showing he has command of his pitches. Not afraid to go in under the hands of the hitters.
The ball 4, and that will skip away from Stewart.
Wilson hustling down to first as that ball got the backstop. Thought about trying to take second, thought better of it. Runner on base, any runner on base, very valuable for Johnson University right now.
Frank of Nolan Kusi, he's struck out twice and had an infield single. First pitch high and outside. Wilson's at first base right now, but I don't think he'll be staying there very long. He gets antsy feet.
Right, he's needs to get to second. Nearly picked him off. Nice move to first by Payton. Wilson dives back underneath the tag just in time.
Yeah, Peyton's already got one pick off tonight. Like I say, come very close. However, the one ball with no strike count on Nolan Kusi.
Another throw over to the first. This one not nearly as close. Wilson back in plenty of time.
One 0. Fastball inside part of the zone. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike after Kusi beat Travis Hopis-Siefken. What a hit. Down to 5 outs, trailing by 6 runs. Swung on, fouled off. Runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, these outs running short for Johnson University. They need base runners, and that's a tall hill to climb the way Peyton's been throwing the pill tonight. Just a very effective night on the mound.
Swung caught and missed, and Blake Peyton with number 16 on the night. Now bring up Travis Hopis-Siefken, the DH. He struck out, singled, and reached on an error tonight.
16 strikeouts. What a performance.
And not a lot of pitches compared for 16 strikeouts.
Yeah, he worked quickly, very efficient.
Ball in the dirt. Nice job of Stewart to keep that baseball in front of him. It's easier said than done. The catcher has to be able to tilt his chest forward to keep the baseball in front of him. And Stewart showed some good fundamentals there, Jeff.
He sure did. Dropped his knees, blocked it up nicely, then went and got it, keeping Wilson firmly planted over at first base.
2 balls, no strikes.
Another good stop behind the dish by Stewart.
Yeah, nobody in the pen for the Bulldogs. So it'll be Peyton's game. Of course, the way he's dealing, I wouldn't have anybody up in the pen either. 2-0. Tried the outside part of the plate and missed. Just missed. That'll be the second walk issued in the inning for Blake Peyton.
We'll put Peyton at now 103 pitches in the ball game tonight. Runners at first and second, but 2 out here in the top of the 8th inning.
Take a look over at first base. You see Travis Hopis-Siefken as he got drew the walk and on first base with 2 outs. You'll see Billy Berry talking to his left-hander.
Gary, while we do have a moment, I do want to give a shout-out to Hannah Brown, our producer over at the softball field for this week. Does a fantastic job, a senior at Milligan, has graduation practice tomorrow and graduates on Saturday. So
she's a quick study. This makes her second tournament she's worked, and she's a master now.
Yeah, she did a great job, and certainly want to give her all the credit she deserves.
Braden Frankel batting now. He's over 3. Struck out a couple of times. Breaking ball caught the outside corner, strike 1.
There's that pretty breaking ball once again from Peyton. Just buckles the knees of these hitters. And hard to catch up to.
0-1. Breaking ball back-to-back times, back-to-back same results. Is the third time a charm, or does he go fastball?
He's going to bring the heater, Gary.
0-2.
Nope.
Looks like he tripped on the mound on that one. Decided to go breaking ball third straight time. Typically, you don't see pitchers throw the same pitch 3 straight times. Of course, when you throw that breaking ball, Jeff,
Yeah.
I would throw that every single time.
If I could throw that, that may be all I throw, Gary.
Hit down the right field line, it'll be a base hit. That's going to score the second run of the night for the Johnson Royals, and that will be the runners at second and third with 2 outs. So give Braden Frank a double, driving in a run.
That's Frank's first hit of the game, and came at a good time for Johnson, and just a great piece of hitting by Frank.
Yeah, I think Blake Payton's day is going to be done as Coach Berry's going to go out, and he's already signaled to the bullpen. What an outing from him. We're in the top half of the 8th inning, 7-2 Bulldogs over Royals. Watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
A truck.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, as Blake Payton's day is done. And what a night it was, Jeff.
Yeah, 7.2 innings pitched, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, walked 2 batters, 16 strikeouts in 31 batters faced. Did give up that double. 107 total pitches for Payton, 76 of those strikes. The new pitcher, Daniel Davila, the big right-hander, now taking the mound.
First pitch, strike one. He'll face the hitter would want to work quickly on the bump. This is Cade Leifer, the first baseman. He struck out twice and singled left field. He's wanting to work quickly, and the umpire says, hold on now.
7-2 are scored. Johnson with 2 runners in scoring position. The 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning already pushed 1 across.
And Davila's coming in and pumping. First 2 strikes and pitching with some emotion out there.
They're coming in a little bit of a jam, trying to get out of it. That one missed high and inside.
You have to prevent here, Jeff. You can't give him more runs up with only 3 outs to go. Tried to hit her on the outside part of the plate and missed.
Had some smoke on that one. Just missed.
Deuce was wild here in the top half of the 8th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Got him. And Danny Davila comes in and strikes out Cade Leifer, and now we'll retire Johnson in their half of the 8th. They'll put 1 on the scoreboard. As we go to the bottom half, it'll be Stephens, Espinoza, and Dixon. Watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. Gary Justice, Jeff Campbell, Southeast Sports Network. So go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. The Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs leading the Johnson Royals 7-2.
Seth Bauer back on the mound for Johnson. Came on in relief of Caleb Townsend. He's only thrown 1/3 of an inning. Not giving up any hits, any runs. Only one batter faced. He did throw 8 total pitches, 6 of those for strikes to get Johnson out of a little bit of a jam, and he will have the ball back in his hands as we begin the bottom of the 8th inning here from Kingsport.
He'll face Jack Stevens, Espinoza, and Dixon. That'll be 6, 7, and 8. 5 runs in the 3rd and 2 runs in the 7th is all scoring has been so far for Tennessee Wesleyan, but they've only gave up 2 runs of their own. Stevens bounced out 6-3 twice, and he's also singled to center field.
Yeah, 1 for 3 on the night, leading off this inning. Stevens looking to give his Bulldogs another insurance run.
Fastball inside corner, I'm telling you, absolutely not tattooing, just darting that baseball in. That's inside spot.
A great pitch location from Bauer. This one hammered by Stevens deep to center.
Nice play out in center field. That's Luke Wilson patrolling the outfield. That'll be 1 up, 1 down. Bring up Brian Espinoza. Bounced out twice.
Yeah, Luke Wilson, a great job getting to that one. Opened his hips, drift back to his left, tracked it in to record Stevens for out number 1.
Back up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop. The throw will not be in time. Nice job hustling down the first base line. Brian Espinoza getting credited with an infield hit. Nice play by Kusi at shortstop to even get to that ball, Jeff.
Yeah, flashing the leather out at short, deep behind the bag at second. A sliding stop, throw not in time. So a runner aboard now for Tennessee Wesleyan with 1 out.
Bring up the shortstop, Devin Dixon. He's 2 for 3. He singled back in the 3rd and the 4th. Pitch misses outside.
One ball, no strikes to Dixon. Fouls that one up out of play. Evens count at 1 apiece.
Be Dixon, then Cruz Newman. They got things started back in the 4th. Pitch misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. You got guys walking around the Johnson bullpen just in case. Keeping the legs loose. Swung on, fouled off.
Yeah, fouled that one off the inner part of that bat. Jarred his hands a little bit.
Yeah, he got rid of that bat as quickly as he could.
Like a hot rock.
Two balls, 2 strikes, got an out.
Dixon a nice 9 at the plate, Gary. Like you said, 2 for 3.
Swung on, fouled off.
Fouling those pitches off. Nice long extended at bat for Dixon.
Espinosa will get his lead from first base. Two. Swung on and miss. That'll be the 2nd out of the inning. I'll bring up Cruz Newman. Coming to have a nice night. 2 singles and a double. Can't get much better than that, Jeff.
Absolutely not. Seeing the baseball well. Be the first time he's seen Bauer. Bauer being efficient out on the mound for Johnson. Nice strikeout on the last at-bat.
Swung on, hit the middle. Nice play by Kuzi, the shortstop. He'll throw across the diamond in time to retire Cruz Newman. Kuzi flashing the leather in the bottom half of the 8th as we go to the top half of the 9th. It'll be 6, 7, 8, Sean, Zuniga, and Taylor. You're watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, as we go to the top half of the 9th inning. Tennessee Wesleyan leading the Johnson Royals 7-2, and Jeff, a tall task for the Royals to come up with 5 runs in 1 inning.
Yeah, they got to put some runs on the board. Easier said than done with Daniel Davila on the mound for Tennessee Wesleyan. He came in relief of Blake Payton. Payton had 16 strikeouts, but Davila only pitched 1/3 of an inning, faced 1 batter. Threw 5 pitches, 3 for strikes, no hits in his relief effort thus far.
First pitch swung on and missed. This is Bryson Schoen, struck out 3 times tonight. Fastball outside corner. Runs count to no balls and 2 strikes really quickly. Swung on, popped up. Second baseman's going to call for it. Actually, that ball is going to drop. Allowed the throw to be played at third base, not in time. As a miscommunication, the ball drops.
Great base running by Schoen. That ball was hit a mile high, and he didn't stop. What appeared to be an easy out hits the turf, and Schoen standing on third base.
Yeah, I can see the second baseman and the right fielder talking about it as pointing at the lights. And that's going to bring up Alfonso Zuniga, the catcher.
First pitch strike to Zuniga.
They'll go out of the windup with a runner on third base. With a 5-run lead, they'll play the defensive back. They'll trade the out for the run.
Oh, absolutely. 5-run cushion, top of the 9th. Just need 3 outs.
Swung on, popped up. Hit deep to center field. Going back, and making a play. As a throw will come in, they'll drive in the run. It'll be the 3rd run of the night.
A long sacrifice fly for Zuniga scores a run. Makes her score 7-3. Tennessee Wesleyan still up.
Nice job of Catalano. Did a nice job in center field. That baseball is hit deep to the center field, and that'll bring up Braden Taylor.
Yeah, hit to the deepest part of the field. And another potentially, difficult catch, especially up in the lights.
Fastball just off the plate. He was getting 1 ball, 1 strike. Change up, swung on and miss. Takes the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got him.
Just like that, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th, and Tennessee Wesleyan 1 out away from clinching this victory.
The right fielder, Eddie Almeida. Been hit by a pitch, struck out, and was retired 1-3 last time. Trailing by 4, only have 1 out left, though. He's going to have a pinch hitter. It's not Almeida. Isaac Lawson will be the pinch hitter. Breaking ball outside corner. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Davila is pumping it right now.
Yeah, looking to close this one out.
Fastball outside corner. And that'll close things out as the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs will defeat the Johnson University Royals 7-3. And Jeff, as far as how we say more than Blake Payton tonight.
Yeah, I mean, what else do you need to say? 16 strikeouts and just a fabulous performance for Payton on the mound for Tennessee Wesleyan. Just an outstanding performance and a good victory. Keeps their tournament championship hopes alive.
So Tennessee Wesleyan will advance and stay in the winner's bracket, and you also now have Johnson Royals. It's only 1 loss. They will have another shot at it tomorrow too. Stay tuned to AACsports.com for updated schedules and standings. As far as on the baseball side for the Southeast Sports Network, we'll be back at it tomorrow. The games will be at 9, 12, 3, and 6. All those games will be available here on the Southeast Sports Network. If you're a softball fan, tomorrow's Championship Friday. Join Deshaun and Jeff on the same channel, Southeast Sports Network, to tune in there too. Jeff, final thoughts?
Just a great game. I appreciate the invite over, and I'll be joining you on Saturday for Championship Day on the baseball side. But my first trip seeing the big field here at Hunter Wright Stadium, and just very impressed with these 2 teams. And congratulations to the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs for the hard-earned victory over Johnson University.
Yeah, congratulations. Impressive performance of Blake Payton, Jeff Campbell, Gary Justice, Jeff Hubbard signing off. College baseball on the Southeast Sports Network.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shrine Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shrine Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.